NFL superstar Odell Beckham Jr. has been accused of a sex crime in a bombshell lawsuit filed against disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Ashley Parham has filed an initial lawsuit against Diddy, who is currently imprisoned on federal charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Last October, accusing the rapper and businessman of violently gang raping her at a Orinda, California home in March 2018. Parham, as well as two other plaintiffs identified only as Jane Doe and John Doe, have now amended that lawsuit to include Odell Beckham Jr. and comedian Druski, his real name's Drew Desportis, in a statement to DailyMail.com. Diddy's lawyers vehemently denied the allegations and said that their client wasn't at Orinda, California home at the time of the alleged events. Beckham and Druski have also denied the allegations in statements posted to social media. His lawyer posted, the new complaint, brought by an attorney who has already been sued for defaming Mr. Combs, demonstrates the depraved lengths plaintiffs will travel to garner headlines in pursuit of a payday. That's, again, is a statement from Diddy's lawyers. Now, guys, before I get to what Druski said and obviously what's going on here, Odell Beckham Jr. has been in the news before. I'm not going to go into detail about kind of the gross alleged misconduct, but we knew that with P. Diddy going to jail, there was going to be some other names that were brought up. And again, this is all alleged. If you look, and I'm going to get into what Druski said because I think it kind of clears his name a little bit. What were your thoughts when you first saw this post up?
Like you said, we were anticipating names dropping from all of this. I don't know what's true and what's not true. So anybody's name anywhere that's alleged with some of the things that are being alleged in this case is heartbreaking to me. Odell Beckham Jr. was at the UFC fight this past weekend at 313, so clearly he was out and about in Vegas. My only other question is, what is a Druski?
Yeah, so that's
Is this someone I should know?
He's a comedian. He's been on with Theo Vaughn. He kind of started doing skits. He was in a Jack Harlow video too.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
It definitely is.
He's
Is he
pretty big now, and I'm going to get to his statement in a second. But, you know, to me, I will always believe, whether it's male, female, you are innocent until proven guilty. We've seen so many instances of people being guilty of the crime, but also people not being guilty of what they're alleged. I mean, you just look at guys like Sean Oakman, right, at Baylor. You look at Matt Ariza, the punter in the NFL. So I'm very apprehensive to jump to conclusions. I believe in letting jurisprudence work its way out. Odell Beckham said, he posted on X, "Boy, I'll tell you what, this world makes absolutely no sense. I am covered by God. He will prevail. I know who I am. I know who you are. Keep your head. That name will be cleared. This is stupid." Did you know that over 140,000 family farms in the U.S. have closed down since 2017? It's pretty shocking, right? Meanwhile, grocery stores are stocking their shelves with mystery meat from who really knows where. But hey, at least it's cheap. But if you actually care about where your food comes from, it's time to check out GoodRanchers.com. We go with GoodRanchers.com because, call us crazy, but we prefer knowing our dinner wasn't shipped from the other side of the planet. Because here's the deal. Their meat is born, raised, and harvested right here in the USA. It's a revolutionary concept, I know. And there's no antibiotics and no added hormones and also no seed oils. Just meat. Imagine that. One ingredient you can actually pronounce without a chemistry degree. These folks are practically showing off when it comes to transparency about where your food's coming from. All their meals are farm to table with zero mysteries, meaning you're supporting American ranchers while serving food that won't make you question your life choices at 3 a.m. We've all been there. If you've tried one of their many steaks and other choices, they are quite possibly the most tender, tasteful, clean protein options that we've ever had. And right now, during their Spring Into Action promotion, they actually managed to save you money and provide better, high-quality food when you sign up. You'll get free bacon, ground beef, seed oil-free chicken nuggets, or wild-caught salmon in every order for a year, plus $40 off when you use code BOOSTER. So again, unless you enjoy mystery meat roulette, visit GoodRanchers.com, use that code BOOSTER to get free meat for a year and $40 off your first order. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. You know, you go back and look, in 2018, Druski wasn't who Druski is now.
Well,
not nearly at that level. I don't know the specifics of if he was living with his mom truly, if he was really broke or whatever. Where do you stand on this?
We've been seeing this a lot lately. I mean, we saw Xavier Worthy. Everyone threw him down. Then we found the real story that he really even did anything wrong. Druski started being Druski in 2017. right? From 2017 to 2020, that's how Druski got started. And he got it started with the Instagram skits. And I think Druski's a funny guy, and I think he does funny things. I saw his new show that they have with Caleb Presley from Barstool is somewhat funny, but he started with Kyle Roger, and I remember this, the frat bro. Then he did the redneck, then Roll Tide Willie. I don't know if y'all remember that. To me, one, I didn't think it could get any worse for P. Diddy, but somehow it keeps getting worse for him, and I'm pretty sure his trial is May 5th, so we'll find out more about that. But what Odell Beckham said and what Druski said, I mean, it's tough for me to believe this lady. One, if they weren't even at the house. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything or put anybody down or call anybody guilty until the actual facts come out, because the older they get, the more I learn that it's not about being first, it's about being right.
If you ain't first, you're last.
And I think we'll find out the truth, and I would be...
You think so? You think we'll find out the truth?
I think so.
Because it's certain, like, the facts coming out, that's where I have a problem with this whole thing. Like, we're so quick on social media now. Yeah. Like, the court of public opinion has always been a thing, but now on social media, something can go viral before you're even aware that you're going viral. The whole world can know a narrative already before you even find out. Do you think I would take down Crain in a fight if we were on the UFC card?
Yeah, you got the reach of that.
You heard it there. You heard it there. That's one of the problems. And in terms of like the facts coming out, I just wonder, are we ever going to truly know? Because anything can get said about anyone, and then that sticks with you and it becomes part of what's your reputation, which is why I always say it's so important to live your life in a wholly integrated way all the time, so that if something is random and completely fabricated, that those around you will ride for you because they know the way you live.
And, you know, I'm a firm believer in, obviously, if somebody is guilty of a crime like that, throw the book at them, I'll be the first one in line. But we have seen a lot of false allegations lately, and I think with social media and the internet, you bring that up. Sometimes, you know, people are looking for a payday. If it's found beyond a reasonable doubt that you made up these allegations for your personal gain or to cause harm to somebody else, you should have to serve the sentence that they would have had to serve if they were guilty. I go back to the Sean Oakman thing. He was a guy that was going to go play in the NFL, ended up getting his head coach, Art Briles at Baylor, fired because of false allegations. The person who made that should have to serve the same amount of time that Sean Oakman would if he would have been convicted of that crime. The Duke lacrosse situation, same exact thing. People making stuff up, trying to get people in trouble.
I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't.
That narrative got ran with all the way by ESPN, and everybody basically put these guys in a hole before they even had a chance to dig themselves out. I feel like those people should have to serve the sentence that the Duke lacrosse players should have had to serve. That's the only way you're gonna be able to kind of curtail this or kind of stop it. There has to be consequences.
This is also why you have to be very careful with catch-all terms like the Diddy list or the Epstein list, because I don't know what that means. Does that necessarily imply wrongful doing?
Yeah, guilt by association.
Did you break the law? Like, if you arrested everyone who ever shook hands with Jeffrey Epstein or P. Diddy, I mean, 10 years ago, we may have run up and take a picture with P. Diddy if we saw him on the street. Is all of a sudden, you know, because you're getting famous now and Diddy's in trouble, Blaine's on the Diddy list? Yeah. Well, what does that mean? Because you went and shook his hand at a, you know, which I didn't at this fight, thank God. He was up there with Jahmyr Gibbs. I just thought he was trying to get on the Lions for next season. I didn't know all this stuff was going to break.
No, look, it's an absolutely crazy situation. But in the comments, let us know. How do you feel about this? Do you think we'll ever know the truth about what really happened with P. Diddy throughout this whole trial? Hey, YouTube, appreciate you guys hopping on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you know when Crain & Company goes to college or Locker Room Talk is dropping.